Good afternoon. Right now it's about 2 o'clock, and today is 4th of August 2020. So, I'm your host, Dr. Seema Jain, and I'm a SEBI registered research analyst and chief mentor at StockPro, partner with Zerodha, Upstocks, Fires, and Asta. So, I am so happy to getting so much of love and affection from you people, and so many comments and so much of, um, it makes it encourages me, like everybody wants to be appreciated, everybody wants to be heard, everybody wants to be, acknowledged. Yeah, your work is good. So I'm really enjoying the kind of attention you all are giving, and that's motivating me to do better work. So here today, I just before we proceed, and I have got a very very interesting topic today, and the topic here is support and resistance. And I'm going to tell you some secrets about stock support and resistance, which probably nobody tells you. Nobody knows about it, right? Nobody has pondered over it. I have pondered over it, and this video I'm going to make in Hindi as well, because I feel this will be a very, very important video, and to make you understand why there is a support, why there is a resistance, and why it is always honored, right? Why always support and resistance are honored. But before that, I would like you to come to the YouTube channel, and if you remember, I had done this video with you people yesterday on Reliance, right? I hope you have seen how Reliance did today. So this is the video that I have made. I left it over here, right? I left it over here. This was a channel that was formed yesterday, and today look at it, the breakout. But before that, I would also say that there is another resist support level that I could see, right? If you see, notice here, there is this support level, although it's a very very strong support level because price had touched this place many times. So if you notice it, starting from here, it touched here, touched here. Here also it was a little bit, it went down, but then quite a lot of time was spent here. You can see it here. And yesterday again, it touched the same place. Today again, yesterday it was holding itself over here. And today it touched and came out of the channel, this tiny channel, right? So that is how stock, this Reliance has behaved, right? That's how you got this beautiful breakout. And if you would have bought it, see, you have to see the past support and resistance as well, right? This was the yesterday's high, right? Above that high. So this high, there is a price rejection over here, right? You can see. If I make you understand with the help of a pen, that'll make more sense to you. See here, there is price rejection in this candle, right? That means sellers were sitting at this place. But if the same place is getting broken with volumes, that means these sellers have been nullified, right? These sellers have been absorbed. No more selling pressure, and look at the blast in the stock. So hope you could understand what I'm trying to say. If you cannot, then let me make it just a little bit more bigger, and probably that will make sense. So here, if you'll have a look, this is where the price rejection took place, and this was the resistance, right? This resistance was broken with volumes today, 2057, and look at the high that it has made, 2120. Almost like 60 points move you have got in Reliance today, right? That's the beauty of channels, that's the beauty of trend lines. So this is an important observations, that why there was this big tail, because sellers were sitting here. Once the sellers got absorbed, and with volume it was broken, the stock didn't look back, it didn't come down at all. So this is how this particular uh, trend line will work, and you will be able to make good money, right? So just mark your support and resistances, and do your analysis, and you can mint good money. So my today's topic is basically, what is support and resistance, who creates support and resistance, why are support and resistance created? Agar banata, I mean, if someone makes it, why do they make it? And then how can I use support and resistance to make profit in this stock market? So let me come here, and I'm going to take a very nice example. It's basically TCS, right? And if you put a daytime graph, you will see that the multiple times the stock has come to this level, which is 2300, and reversed from here, right? So it's a very, very strong resistance zone, right? The law of stock market is price will go up, profit booking will take place, and price will come down, right? But where will the profit booking happen? That will determine by whether the stock is undervalued at that price or overvalued, right? So for TCS, so people must have bought it somewhere here, let's say at the bottom, when they must have figured out consolidation happening in the stock for a good some time. If you see here, this is a place where a lot of consolidation was happening in this place. After the consolidation has broken, which is in March 2018, after that the stock has not looked back, right? So what happens, this becomes a very strong support zone. So who creates the support zone? Always remember, supports and resistances are created by only and only institutional investors, right? So how is support created? So suppose price plans to go down, they will pump in more money and take the price up. This is their support zone, right? Always remember, institutional investors will never lose money, right? They have enough resources to pump in more money and support their trade. So like this trade went up, somebody sold, right? It came down, then it went up again. This was a resistance zone. 1400 was a very strong resistance zone. Then it came down, then it went up, came down. Here, they didn't let it go down below 1000. Why? Because 1000 must be a very, very intrinsic value for TCS. So when a stock reaches its intrinsic value, or people feel its value for money to invest, the stock is good at good valuation, then they start pumping in money. And then they ensure that the price does not go below from where they have bought. And the horizon is pretty long. So from here, if somebody entered at this place here, so from October 13 to 2018, stock was in a range of about 400 points. But the moment it broke this range, right, it just blasted up. Now, people, those who have bought here, they will exit their position, they will book profit somewhere. Where will they book the profit? Wherever they will feel that stock is on a now overvalued, or stock now will, or maybe they will see some political news, or like pandemic coming over, or they will have a good information about some countries political news, or some kind of a instability, or some kind of a sector getting down, or the stock, this particular company doesn't performing well. I'm just saying any company, I'm not saying particularly TCS, but this is how they will make up their mind. Okay, this is where they're going to come out, right? So these people, these investors who entered here, they will exit at this place. Fine. Now this will become a very, very strong landmark. Somebody initiated and closed their trade. Now people will find this as a very, somebody closed it, right? At this particular place, some big institutional activity happened, and a lot of stocks were sold. A huge downfall came. This downfall cannot come when you and I exit our position. It comes from big, big institutional investors exiting their position. So that means they have exited, and now onwards this becomes a very important landmark, right? So whenever stock price will come to this place, it will experience a resistance. Somebody initiated here. Now this will be a historical support and resistance for people like you and me, right, who are retail investors. For us, this will become a historical support and resistance. So who created it? Institutional investors created it. Now who's following it up? People like you and me, who are retail investors, they are following it up, right? Now what will happen? Who all will get activated at this point? Let me just discuss now. This is a historical resistance. So who will become active at this place when the price goes up again? Who will get activated? Somebody who's bought it at the bottom here, here, here. Those people will be ready to exit their stock. People who bought here, bought here, bought here, bought here. At these dips, whenever they buy, they will exit here, they will exit here, they will exit here, because they have a reference here. This is the reference for them, right? Their reference point is basically 2300, right? So who all will get activated? It's option sellers. They will get activated. They will write their monthly contracts or the yearly or whichever contracts, wherever they maybe for next few days they'll write down their options. Who other people can get activated here? Suppose I have bought TCS at this place right at the bottom, but I don't want to exit my TCS. I do not want to create another transaction where I miss out on all the benefits as a long-term holder. So what will I do? I will sell its future. I will sell its options. And that will become again, now see here, just have a look at it. A lot of activity happened here. A lot of activity, a lot of these small things. These are basically nothing but the retail investors like you and me. So this is a retail activity that happened, and then a major drop came by some institutional exit. So all these supports are formed by again institutional activity when they believe that this is a very nice valuation, a stock is cheaply available. They take their positions, and when they take repeatedly, the people, the retail people like you and me, we follow the same thing, right? Then it becomes a historical support and resistance. And always remember, at these historical support and resistances, who all will be active? In case, if you have a look at it, the option sellers will be active at this point of time. If it's at the bottom, they will sell the put option. If it is at the top, they will sell the call option, right? That creates open interest, right? That creates open interest for futures trading. So when you think about open interest, how the open interest is created in a particular subject stock, so please remember, open interest will only be created in the stocks which have their futures. If it is a cash stock, it will just have either can buy it or you can sell it, right? You cannot have its options, you cannot sell its futures, you cannot sell and hold the stock in cash. So these places are the places where people are ready to sell the futures and people are ready to sell the options, right? So that is where the support and resistances will be formed. So what do you do? How do you see this? You see it on the um, option chain, right? What is happening? What activity is happening on the option chain? From there also you can find out what is happening in the particular stock. So let's say we go to TCS and let's see its current month's contract. What is happening in the current month contract? So see here, if you have a look at it at 2300, huge amount of options have been written, right? So that means it's very clear that the resistance has been created, right? Who has created resistance? Option writing takes a lot of money. How many contracts have been written here? 5,68,800, right? The lot size is 300. So let me just divide and see how many contracts do we get. So it'll be 568,800 divided by 300. So it's about roughly 2,000 lots, 1896 lots that have been sold, right? And one lot requires how much money? If we just calculate, let's have a look at it. How and who creates this resistance? So let me see here. If I just sell naked option, I'm not doing any other thing. I'm just selling TCS naked options, one lot. Of course, there are ways to reduce your, um, you know, margin, but let's see. We're just doing it naked. So see, what do we need? We need like 1,33,000 rupees. So there are about 1896 contracts, and I'm going to multiply it with 1,33,000 34,000 I'll make it. So you need about this amount. Let me write it down and then we'll calculate, we'll count, it's so difficult to count for me. 2, 5, 4, 0, 6, 4, 1, 2, 3. So this makes it 1 lakh, right? So this is about 25 crores rupees have been deployed here, right? In creating this resistance. 25 crores have been deployed here to create this resistance, right? And this is only one way that we have looked into it. We have just looked into, the option sellers, right? And then you can have a look at here. There's almost similar amount of money has been deployed here, here, here. So if I just calculate this one, and this one is about 10 lakhs contracts, 11 lakh contracts, right? And then about 2 lakh 3 lakhs contracts here and 4 lakh contracts here, and there is another 4 lakh contracts here. So if I collectively add up all these contracts, the value will come out to be some 100 crores, right? To be very honest, you, me, people like us cannot create this much of resistance by deploying so much of money. So who creates the resistance? People with huge money. And then, so let me just once again reiterate, who makes this resistance? Always remember, people who, institutional investors, right? They create it. They exit their position in bulk, right? At this place. Once they do that, it becomes a historical price from where time and again it'll take a resistance. And then for us, people like us, like this was one done by an institutional investor. Now who gets alerted by this price? People like us. We know that the moment price will reach here, there will be some activity that will happen. People will start selling options. People will start, like if I have a cash TCS, I will sell its futures to protect, to hedge my positions, or I will sell its options. Either of the activity I will do, right? So this is how resistance is made. Similarly, how supports are made. Whenever you see the price of a stock becoming very attractive, because suppose you go to buy, let's say someone makes, is a person, a farmer, produces, let's say, potatoes. So potatoes can be sold at 40 rupees a kg, 50 rupees a kg, 100 rupees a kg. But, and if you go down, it can be sold for 10 rupees a kg. But I don't think so. You cannot go below 10 rupees because farmer has a cost to it. He has put the labor, fertilizer, time, and then produced it. So it cannot go below 10 rupees. So that becomes the intrinsic value. Similarly, for TCS, this particular value, which is 1500, is a very reasonable price. So buyers will be sitting here, right? 1500, at 1500, buyers will be sitting with a mindset that let the price come here, I will jump to buy it. So who all will buy? People who have sold their futures lot here, they will buy it back. That's one. Fresh buying will happen at this place. People will sell its put option. People will buy its call option. So a lot of activity will happen, right? And all of it will create a momentum in the upward direction. And that is what is going to create a resistance, a support basically, right? This is going to be a support and there's going to be a resistance, right? So you know that who creates resistance, who creates support? Always institutional investors, not retail investors. Retail investors only follow it historically. We do not have capacity to make these supports and resistances, and that is why they become very important, right? If you go down to the lower time frame, even in lower time frame it matters a lot, right? In lower time frame also it matters a lot, like I showed you in the example of Reliance, right? In the example of Reliance, you must have seen that this, I'll show you here, this resistance was created by institutional investors, right? So it was important for us to break through this resistance. voluminously. We cannot just, if it is not followed up by volumes, then it will not give you this kind of a move. To give up this resistance, see, there are certain sellers active. Now, who could be those sellers? It could be somebody who's sold in the futures, somebody who sold the options, somebody who has who sold the call option, or who has bought the put option. These are the ways it can be activated. So all these sellers, all these bearish people have to be eliminated when the stock price is to go up. So this has to be crossed with volumes, and that is what has happened. So this was on a lower time frame of 1 hour. Exactly same situation can happen in day trading. Whenever you're day trading, you can trade with 15 minutes time frame, and you can have a look at the support and the resistance. So today my stock was Apollo Tires, right? I have given a buy on Apollo Tires, and look at Apollo Tires. So somewhere here I wanted to give a buy above all these resistances. So I saw there is a huge resistance in close vicinity, so I've given a buy above this place, right? Somewhere here only, or maybe somewhere in cash I have given a buy at this place, right? 111 only have given a buy, but in futures I have given buy after all the resistance. So this is the closest resistance, right? And who created it? Not me, not you. It's created by some institutional investors. So I had to respect it. I have to see whether this resistance is getting broken by volumes or not. Once it is broken, nobody can stop the stock. Stock will just continuously go up and up and up. So this is what I meant was about stock. What is support and resistance? Who creates it? Who are support and resist? Why are support and resistance created? That also I've explained you, because sometimes the valuation comes very easy, very important at important level. Sometimes the stock is overvalued. Then the big institutional investors have to exit their positions. That creates the resistance, and whenever the you know they find the valuation attractive, they buy it in bulk, and that creates the support. And I told you how to use the support and resistance. We are all retail investors. We have to follow institutional activity and then see where are they buying and where they are ready to sell. So this is what my video was. Hope this made you something, learn something new. And if you find that the videos are worth it, please like and subscribe my video, and please share it with. That's the only request I'm doing with you people, and I'm putting all my energy into educating you people. So this is where my channel is. You can please join this channel in case you're watching it somewhere. Please join this channel, and you will be able to. This is Stock Pro official, right? This is Stock Pro official. You will be able to locate it, and please join this channel to be able to get live update in the stock market. Today I've given just a few minutes back I have given a stock, Jubilant Food, right? I have given Jubilant Food here. I'll show you. So this was a channel in which Apollo Tires is moving, right? That's what I've given in the morning. So I want to show you here Jubilant Food. So see here, I have given a buy above this place. Wherever I saw that the huge resistance it's overcoming, this was the resistance it was overcoming, and I've given a buy. So already it's done with first target of 5 points, and if I understand the lot size is 500, right? So 500 means we've already made 2500 rupees, right? But I still feel it has capacity to go up to 20 points, because only just little part of the day is left. So let's see if a big breakout comes or not. So all the best, guys. Take care and keep sharing my channel with others, even YouTube channel as well as my Telegram channel. Please share it with others, and take care and remain connected. Ask your questions. I'll try to answer as many questions as I could. Bye bye. See you.